episode 2.
So too.
Okay, we're doing this. As we were walking to the elevator just now, we really were just like, I can't believe we're doing this.
I can't believe we're doing this.
I can't believe that we're doing this. Like, this is kind of crazy.
It's exciting.
It's low-key kind of crazy.
Can't wait to hear what everybody
has
to
say. And I'm also really concerned about this camera angle, knowing that Tay's camera overheated.
Mine
has
no storage.
Because like this camera angle is like straight shot right here. This is going to be really disgusting, and I apologize to everyone ahead of time.
We'll get better. Hey, this is our first time doing this.
I know.
We're
Trust
learning.
Me, I'm here with you. I'm here. I'm in it. We're here. We're doing this.
We're not wizards at this, all right?
We are fucking not wizards. I bought 2 mics, people. 2
Didn't even
mics.
Work. Spent an hour trying to connect them. Anyways, okay.
All right. So today's unfiltered file. What are we talking about?
Burnout, boundaries, and fuck corporate.
Yeah, and bullshit jobs, which aren't bullshit because we did work hard to get the jobs that we have.
Years.
Oh, years.
And
I came into accounting with no experience.
Yeah.
So like, that's crazy. No experience and no
that's
degree.
Big. Yeah, that's big.
So like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's big.
Anytime people ask me about it and they're like, what do you do? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I tell them or whatever. And then they're like, oh, so like, blah, blah, blah. What college did you go to? Blah, blah. I like never finished my degree. So like.
But I think it's different these days though. I feel like the experience has trumped having a degree.
100%.
100 and 100%. Rightfully so.
If you have the actual really real experience.
Yeah.
There's people out there who fluffering under their resume. I'm one of them.
Hey, my resume is at ChatGPT.
Our boyfriend, ChatGPT.
Seriously.
Hello.
I use that for everything now.
People are gonna have some unsavory opinions about ChatGPT.
You think so?
Well, I know so because ChatGPT is ruining our environment.
Well, we as human beings ruin our environment, so
let's not get on that.
Yeah, let's
not start on that. Okay, so
dream job.
Well, yeah, and let's talk about this for a second. Burnout is so real.
Yeah.
Right? Where like burnout can be my schedule, burnout can be maybe like my boss, like God, my boss just won't coming for me. Burnout can be quite literally the entire company, which is really where I'm at right now. The culture is exhausting, or it could be, it could even be like, I don't know, your coworkers. Like we're going to talk about coworkers here in a minute. So, I feel like the first thing that people ask me all the time when I tell them that I'm burnt out, burnt the fuck out, man.
Exhausted.
Those people. Oh my God. Hold on. We're going to have to bleep out this name. Okay. I'm going to give you some hints and you tell me.
How'd I know? I already knew.
I just was trying not to say the name.
Oh,
no, that's even too close. That's even way too close.
Okay.
We're just going to say.
He's going to know off that too. Anyways.
Good. I hope he fucking knows. Always messages me anytime I post anything on social media about
something to say.
Thank God it's Friday, or fuck it's Monday, or I can't believe it's Wednesday. He always messages me and he's always like, if you are only looking forward to your weekends, then you are not in the right job. Sir, respectfully, shut the fuck up.
But I feel like everyone
I can look forward to the weekend even if I am in the right job.
Yes.
Like, why can't I? First of all, there are very few people who have careers or jobs where you're not like,
I can't wait for a break.
In need of some reprieve, bro.
Yeah.
In need of a Saturday sleep-in. Okay?
Yeah.
So, like,
good nap.
We love naps around these parts. He always messages me and he's like, people who love their careers, they don't care about Monday. Well, over here we care about Monday because it's brutal.
Yeah.
It's quite brutal.
It sets the tone.
I will be honest. It does set the tone.
It sets the tone.
But I honestly do feel like, though, like, there's a such thing as the Sunday scaries.
Well, yeah, you're thinking about Monday all day long.
Let's be honest. Let's recap our weekend right here, okay? Right now, let's do it.
Yeah.
So Friday, you get off work. What time do you get off work on Friday?
I'm off like 4.
Same. So I'm up at 4 on Friday, right? Let's be honest. I don't get home. Traffic, probably like 4:20, take my dog out. By the time I take my dog out and all that shit, it's like 4:45. I get changed for the gym. Okay, so
I
it's
don't
like
get to the
5.
gym till like 6.
I don't get to the gym probably till like 5:15, 5:30, right? So I'm starting my lift at 5:30. If it's a fucking leg day, bro, I'm there till 7:30 easy.
Yeah.
If it's not a leg day, then sure, I'm probably out by like 6:37, depending on what fucking broccoli head is taking up the equipment, right? So it's like by the time I get done with that, I'm home, and it's like boom, 8:00 by the time I showered, and then it's like, where'd my night go?
Dinner.
Oh, don't get me started on dinner.
Then you get about 30 minutes to unwind before you have to literally
because what are you doing Saturday? Because what are you doing Saturday? You're running errands all day Saturday.
all day.
All fucking day
Then
Saturday.
Sunday,
and you're hitting the gym Saturday.
Sunday's meal prepping.
And listen, people are going to come for us because they're going to be like, oh, just hit the gym Monday through Friday. No. I like hitting the gym on the weekends. And I'll tell you what, and I purposely go later on the weekends because the gym is more empty.
Yes. Agreed.
So I like going later on the weekends. And I would rather take a rest day during the week than take it on a weekday.
Yeah.
I mean, take it during the week, then take it on the weekend.
It's just exhausting sometimes.
It's fucking exhausting.
Sometimes it's exhausting.
Dude, and Sunday, I'll tell you what I'm doing Sunday. I'll tell you right now what I'm doing all day Sunday. I'll tell you right now. Washing dishes, doing laundry, prepping my shit for the week.
Meal prep.
Crying, and meal prepping.
Yep.
Which is like its own job.
Thinking about work.
I'm my own chef. I'm my own laundromat.
Yeah.
I'm my own all that shit.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I've been on my shit with meal prep and the dishes.
It's endless. The Tupperware is endless.
Stop, bitch. It like piles up on my desk and I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
So anyways,
it is.
Those people, those out there.
Yeah.
Those ones out there, they would say like, what's, they always ask me, dumb fucking question. Don't ever ask anyone this. What's your dream job? And you want to know what my answer is? I see based on our outline here, you have an answer.
Yeah.
My dream job is like, I don't have a job. My dream job is like, I'm so wealthy that like, I don't even have to work. I don't have to tap into it.
But here's the thing. You have to like work to get to that point. So what would you be doing
to get to that point?
So again, it is kind of like a dream job.
No.
Because you would have to.
You're finessing the question.
All right.
No.
Touchy subject.
My dream job, I wouldn't work. I would literally not have it. Like I would just exist in a world where because this is our dream, remember?
Yeah.
So like in a world where we don't have to have jobs and I'm on a beach drinking like whatever the fuck I want to drink that has 0 calories but tastes delicious. And I'm swimming in an ocean with no sharks.
Yeah.
And Piper's there next to me. And so is Kevin somehow magically. And I live somewhere rent free.
Well, welcome to reality. Because that's
like, it's not that. All right. So what's your dream job? What's yours?
Are we still in this dream or
no? Well, according to yours, we're in reality.
Okay, so come back down.
Yeah, so we're back down to reality. So what's your reality dream job?
I would just say being able to just work from anywhere. Having that. But you know what? Again, this is relevant to the topic. It's like not working for somebody.
Yeah.
I would love to just not have to rely on someone because having someone like pull the rug from out under you and shake your world up.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to rely on someone for my bills to be paid in that way. So that 9 to 5, they have that much control over you. I don't want that.
Totally. But then that brings in the question though of like working for yourself, which is a different type of.
And it's just as hard. It's even harder, honestly.
It's even harder.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Even us just prepping for this podcast was a lot of work.
Girl, even, yes.
If you're not doing it daily, you're thinking about it daily.
Dude, we are doing it daily though.
I know.
Every day we're posting something. Every day we're talking about it.
Our outlines.
You should see our calendar. Like our calendar is like, we have all these dates. But the thing is like, there's something to be said for like wanting more, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, no, we'll touch on this later on in the podcast, but like, are we wanting this to like eventually explode and touch so many people? I won't just say women, but like touch so many people where like, we're becoming a voice of reason because there are so many podcasts out there that are so fucking delusional. It's insane.
Yeah.
And they're like,
or it's like a niche. They only reach a certain like demographic.
Or it's like here's the thing. It's like when I looked up podcasts that were our age, right? Mm-hmm. Our age, like our whatever. It was podcasts just like shitting on men.
Yeah, and I didn't want this to be that.
No, don't get me wrong.
Because we love men.
Shit on a fucking man. Please believe. But I don't want that just to be like our core.
No, I don't
because
want that.
That's not our truth.
No,
like our
that's
truth.
not.
Let's be honest. Our truth is not shitting on men.
Yeah.
It's actually quite the opposite.
Yeah.
We're out here trying to trick one into falling in love with us. we're not out here shitting on them.
And
we're
that's
actually
that's a job itself.
Trying to like lure them in.
That's a job itself.
That's a whole separate episode. So, I mean, you know, so it's like, yeah, dream job. You're absolutely right. Yeah. It would be something where we're like working for ourselves. We set our schedule. Yeah. And there's something to be said about like being in a leadership role and being a boss. And for me, it's like, that's what gets my dick hard. Yeah. It's like having control. Yeah. Love having control. I know. You know what I mean? So I totally agree with you. I agree. So like, let's talk about burnout. So we both have corporate positions. Yeah. Right. And like, even right now during your transition, which we touched on in the last episode, like corporate life is so different. So from where you came from. The
expectations.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like I've kind of been in the corporate world for a little minute. You were more on like small business owner vibe when you were doing accounting for them.
Yeah. And then also big corp in general, which, you know, I just think it's not as intimate. Okay. And I say that because I realize working for this company, their turnaround rate is insane. I've literally watched
high turnover.
Oh my gosh, like 15 employees in the last 3 weeks. Yeah. So it's just been, to me, I just feel like they always say, I can't stand this. We treat our employees like family.
They say that to you at your work right now?
Yeah. Like, no, you don't. Actually,
well, my family. What do you call a family member got laid off, bro?
Actually, my family. It's pretty comparison.
Pretty accurate, I guess.
Yeah. But it's just big corp. It's tough, man. It's a tough industry.
Well, it's a tough environment for sure. Yeah. So like, I mean, like I know like what the differences were for me, but like for you, like what do you feel like the transition was? Like what do you think was like the hard thing about the transition?
I think realizing that like we were discussing the other day, it's just you know, they really like don't care, and they'll tell you that, like,
you're replaceable.
Yeah, you're easily replaceable. Yeah. And I get it, the economy's crazy, certain businesses have to, you know, make their cutbacks, things are happening in the world. I get it. Yeah. But at the same time, you knew you were hiring someone, and if you knew you had to make cutbacks, why were you hiring someone?
Yeah, don't use the term budget when you're firing me, when you're in charge of the budget. And and here's the thing about like budgets is like you knew what that budget was. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. For me, I think like corporate, so I feel like my first like real corporate job was with the company that I first was with when I first got into accounting. Mm-hmm. I realized I just said first like 10 times, but and I feel like there's like, I don't know if like it's me or I feel like I always end up in these like fever dreams of jobs. Mm-hmm. Where like, or maybe it's that I am in tune, right? So like when I first got into accounting, the job that I was at, I was there for almost 4 years. I think actually a little over 4 years. The sexism was insane. Yeah. And like, I was vocal about it. And like, there were times where like, I would like look around for like the imaginary like camera that was around, like Jim Halpert in The Office, because like, bro, did you just hear this guy come into our office and ask us what the hens were clucking about? Yeah. Sir. Yeah.
Men are bold.
Sir.
Again, men are bold.
Sir. Yeah. Sir. And so for me, I think like that was crazy. Not that that doesn't happen everywhere, but I think for me, it was just so unexpected to experience in a corporate setting. Yeah. And you know, I think it's like also the need, I feel like maybe in small businesses, or even for me, like I come from the land of like hospitality and cosmetics. So like in that land, it's a little bit more like cheeky because like we're all women and we're all doing makeup, or we're all like running a spa, so maybe it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But like going into the corporate world, it was like everyone felt the need to know everything about everyone's lives.
Yeah.
And like even where I'm at now, what I'm experiencing with that one chick, it's like, why are you mad at me that I show up to work and I do my job and then I go home?
Yeah.
Like I don't ask you about your day. You're right.
See, I don't like to mix.
I don't. And the thing
I
is,
just don't. That's not me. I don't want to be best friends with people I work with. But that's just me. I like I love to separate the two.
Same. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. If there's like someone who I like get along with at work, like sure, like I don't mind like having a conversation,
but
and I don't mind
not
like sharing
be best
things.
Friends.
But we're not going to be best friends.
No.
Like, I'm sorry, we're just not going to.
No,
because that's bitten me in the ass.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
That's quite literally bit me in the ass before. So like, no. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? And I feel like that kind of feeds into the office politics.
It does. Yep.
So
because it's a dynamic. You have the people that have been there for so long. So of course they all know each other, even the ones that like know each other's families. But again, that's not the dynamic. When I go into a job, a place that I want to like stick with, right? Plant my feet and grow within the company.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to know your children, know who your husband is.
I don't care.
That's just not who I am.
Well,
I really don't want them to know me. Honestly, personally, I don't want you to know who I am.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be judged by you. I don't want you to have anything to just. I don't want you to say anything about me behind my back or anything, or
risk anything that could
or my
job.
social media. Good Lord, if they went on there, I don't want them to. That's you know what I mean. You have no business being on there.
Yeah,
and I will. And here's my thing. I do like recon. I will block everybody that I work with, so they can't find me on there. You're not gonna find me. I'm sorry, but I'll block you before.
Oh my God. Like you. Wait.
I block them.
It's like your first day of orientation. You're like taking note of everyone, and then you go home and you find them.
I do my little recon and I block them.
What if you can't find them?
I don't think they can find me though, because I do like my little alias, and you can't do my phone number.
Yeah,
you don't know my email.
Fuck, bro. I don't know if you can do that with me. Oh, okay.
Yeah, see,
too easy.
You're like, I'm sick, but you're on vacation on the beach. Honestly, and it is. I'm not used to like a man being in the accounting field. So when there is a man in the accounting field, sometimes they are a little sexist.
Well, do you know who the men that are in the accounting field? Do you know the roles that they hold?
Usually they're up the controller. Typically
CFO, CEO, COO.
Yeah.
Some type of fucking leadership bullshit role. Yeah, for sure.
But don't know how to lead. Can't lead.
Yes.
Yeah.
The boss that I have now left, right? He quit.
Yeah.
He's obviously back now. I love him. Like, he is so knowledgeable. He's so smart. Like, his experience, I mean, like, I told him the other day, I'm like, you need to write a fucking book, because like he is so knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is like when he left, he basically threw me his accounts and he was like,
I remember,
here you go, blah, blah, blah. I was the one who was thrown into all the like bigwig accounting meetings with the owners. I was the one who was thrown into the reporting, which I don't mind doing. I actually like thrive in that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like more structure. And I was the one who was doing all that. So my controller pulls me into her office and she's like, Laurel, there are not any women here in roles that are higher up. Please apply for this position.
Yeah.
Like, she fully had my back. She fully was like, here's what you need to do. Here's what you need to say. Like, here's how you need to apply. I did it all. They didn't even give me an interview.
Yeah.
Not even a fucking interview. Not even just to like placate me. You know what I mean? Like, not even just to like, all right, let's just give this bitch a fucking interview. But what did they do? My male superior came back and said, fine.
Got his job.
I'll do this job. And I know that
under these circumstances, I know it's not ridiculous.
Which my boss is so anti-remote.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is a man who got his job back.
And
remote. Fully remote.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, are you?
I believe it. I believe it.
Like, are you fucking crazy? Like, I'm not mad at him for it. Like,
it was no different. My boss, she was fully remote, and I had to fight for the one day to have remote. And even then, most of the time, she didn't even know that I was going remote. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I literally was working remote 95% of the time, and she didn't even know.
You were always on the go.
Because in my head, I'm thinking, why can't you and I can't? I don't understand.
Yeah.
I'm still getting my work done. Yeah. Why can you work remotely, but I can't?
Yeah. So. For sure. My CFO is also on my bugaboo list because my CFO, another male, from what I gather, he went to UW, knowledgeable, great guy, handsome, so fucking handsome, has a beautiful girlfriend / wife, I don't know what she is, seems to have like a nice life for himself, whatever, great for him. Nice enough guy if you were to like meet him off the street. Yeah. But when there was a problem with another woman in the office, as you know, who was not only taking unsolicited photos of me, but then came up to my desk and started yelling at me about why and how I don't ask her questions about her personal life. Ridiculous. I mean, and we're talking like I was sitting in my chair, like I wasn't even sitting, I was just sitting there and I was like, huh? Like came at me yelling. And when I was like, I'm going to meet you on your fucking level. And when I meet you on your fucking level, I'm going to put you through that fucking wall. So please get the fuck away from my desk. Yeah. When she walked away from my desk, she was yelling, I'm sorry. Is that good enough for you? It was a whole fucking thing in the office. And so then when another girl quit because of her, because she did the same fucking thing to her in front of my boss.
This is the office politics. It's favoritism. Yeah,
girl, listen.
How do you still have a job?
I'm getting there. So when another girl did that, right? When she did that to another girl, and the other girl was like, "Fuck this, bro." She's married, like whatever. Yeah. And I'm obsessed with her because she is like, she's like chef's kiss. She went into my CFO's office, and even she told him, she was like, if this is the way that you run your office, then like, I'm not going to stick around for this. Yeah. And they asked what they can do to keep her, and they did nothing to keep her. Yeah. So then when one day my CFO hears me saying what I had to say about the whole situation, he emails me, couldn't even come to my desk. He emails me and it's like, hey, can you come in my office when you have a second? I go into his fucking office and he's like, yeah. So like, what's the temperature out there?
Why don't you go see for yourself?
Girl, I was like, why don't you go check?
Yeah, why don't you insert yourself in this? He's like, well, no, like, why don't you just tell me? And I said,
that's crazy. At the end of the day, like, long story short, I said, you saw and heard what happened twice now, and you are still keeping that bitch around. He goes, well, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, if you don't, verbatim, if you don't bring it to my desk, I don't know it happened. I looked at him laughing and I said, if that's how you are running this company, good luck. And I got up, I was laughing, and I walked out.
Well, here's the thing. They've seen things work the way that they have for so long. Why do they need to change it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and so then that's what my AR manager said. My AR manager was like, what does this person have? Yeah. Like, what does this person have on some of these people? Because like Washington State is a no fault state, right? So that means that like I could terminate you, no problem, right? Yeah. And at the end of the day, a lot of employers don't, because when said employee goes to collect unemployment wants a valid reason for the termination, if not anything but documentation, right? And so my AR manager knows that because similar to me, before she got into this industry, she was also in leadership roles, right? And so my AR manager was like, she had pulled me into the office earlier this week when she was visiting, also another person who's remote, separate conversation. She had said to me, she said, we have enough documentation. Why is this person still around? What does she have? What does she have on them? Maybe she has a dick.
I can't wait to hear.
It's juicy. Maybe that's what it is. Do you know? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she just has a dick in her pants.
See, but now you just need to
dick in her pants and a stick up her ass.
Take back control.
Yes. See? That was a good segue.
I know, wasn't it?
Segue game so strong right there.
Taking back control.
Yeah.
Choosing yourself.
Yep.
That's big. I think a lot of women, I think that's kind of a movement right now. Yeah. As of late. You know, women are kind of putting themselves first.
Yeah.
Choosing themselves.
Yep.
Setting boundaries.
But Like, are we talking about like just in the workplace?
I would say workplace and in general. I think obviously they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think right now you and I are just in a point in our lives where we're not that we never chose ourselves. I think career-wise we are choosing to take a chance on ourselves.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And for me, that's what taking back control is.
Yeah, for
Stepping
sure.
out of your comfort zone.
For sure.
Taking a chance, risk it.
Risk it.
Because like you and I were telling each other, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, I feel like so like the thing about technology and the thing about things like social media is like the way that people make money has changed, right? So like, of course, like would it be dope if this podcast
viral
made us money? Of course, like the fuck, I'm not gonna turn away a check because I get to sit here and talk shit with my best fucking friend. Yeah, is that why that I'm doing this? No. But of course, like, would it be awesome? Yeah, of course, for sure. But at the end of the day, like, I think, you know, as people sit here, you know, regular people who have 9-to-5s, whatever, they sit here and they're like racking their brains. How can I make money? How can I make money?
How does this 14-year-old kid have millions and I'm waking up at 6 a.m.?
Yeah, like, what's my product? What's my product, right? And the thing is like, when you, I mean, we can go into this on a whole other episode, but when you are starting your own business, you either have a product that is very unique or you're solving a problem. Yeah. Right? Yep. So let's be honest. Like, the thing is like, when it comes to creating a new product, there's so many, like, we thought hooking up 2 mics to the fucking laptop was hard. Yeah. I mean, like, there's so many things that you have to go through in order to create a product and create like a demo and whatever, you know, I honestly don't even know. Then there's the other thing is it's like, okay, so we have said product and we're solving a problem, right? Well, what product is that? I'll tell you right now, we don't know. We don't fucking know. Like, what? No clue. We don't fucking know. No clue. So what do? You monetize on yourself. And that's where I feel like the risk is it's like, you know what? I'm going to put myself out there. I'm not like, I don't know, you know, earlier in this episode when I was talking about other women doing the research on podcasts and the other women who have podcasts that are our age, to your point, yes, they're either moms or they're not our age. They're these like 29-year-olds, like 115-pound blondes who are like scared to turn 30. Yeah. Which I get it.
Hey,
bitch.
The 30s are great.
It's scary. The 20s, my 20s were trash, bro. Yeah, but anyone who talks shit about their 30s, I'm like, you just fucking wait.
You wait. So much better. You have more money. Yes. You're wiser. Yes. It's just.
Yes. So
better choices too. You make better choices.
100%. 100%. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I had a crazy time in my 20s.
Yeah. Great times.
Oh, if only like social media was a thing in the 20s.
Can you believe we don't have that many photos or anything of us in our 20s?
I know. I wish. I always think about that. But that's the thing, right? Yeah. So it's like, okay, so if I'm going to, you know, monetize on myself, then that means that you have to take risks. Yep. And I think that's what we're doing right now is like we're betting on ourselves.
Stepping out of the comfort zone.
Like, this is so unnatural for us.
I know.
Because we can't control the angle. This camera is like quite literally under my chin, bitch. Like, this is a problem. Like, I already know this is a problem. I can tell you. I don't get to even see the screen. You can see this fucking screen. But like, see the dove? I can see. It's like, I need to be like this. You know what I mean?
My God.
These lamps are giving off so much fucking heat right now. I can't even fucking deal with it. It's just like there's so many risks taken. And the thing is like, I'll be the first to fucking say it. Like, sure, I will. I don't mind posting a photo with no makeup on social media. Yeah. But I'm going to like tweak it to where like I still look like myself. I'm not posting a raw doggy Instagram. You want a raw dog Instagram? Well, this is me raw dogging social media right now. Yeah. Like raw dogging the fuck out of it. People are going to be like, oh my God, you didn't pluck your eyebrows.
This really is unfiltered.
Yes, it's disgusting.
It's intense.
But I feel like people need to hear it.
Yeah. I think it's important. I think it's important for women to just kind of, you know, step out of their comfort zone and try something new.
Like, I hope people watch this episode and they're like, yeah, my boss is a male and this is the shit he's done and fuck him and blah, blah, blah. I honestly do. I hope we get messages. I hope we get messages that are like,
Yeah.
You know, to our previous episode, like the ick, like I hope we get messages where they're like, yeah, there's another person who shows up to my gym and his ball sack is purposely hanging out of his shorts. I just don't think that's necessary.
It's not necessary.
Like make us feel less crazy. Like I feel like we're trying to make people feel less crazy, but what we're really asking for is to like you make us feel less crazy.
Yes.
Fuck, dude, it's just like
I know.
Oh, I'm so.
This is big. I'm excited.
Yeah. So, all right. So
it's our favorite part. Into the DMs.
Into the DMs. This is for the repetitive DMers.
Yeah.
The ones who respond to everything.
Get no response.
Ever in the history of life.
Years. Speaking of the one that I mentioned in the previous episode, years.
He's one of those.
Never responded.
I mean, what dedication. You almost want to like give them applause because it's like, wow. You know?
At least you know that they can stick to something.
It's always the ones like you don't want.
But it's so crazy because it's like years.
It's always the ones you don't want.
It's almost like
okay, but can I ask you a question? Because I know why I'm not responding to the one I'm talking about right now. Why wouldn't you respond to the one you have right now? Aside from being in a relationship, why have you?
Because
why have you never responded? Is he not attractive?
It's just not.
What is he not? Say it.
I think it's because it's just so like
3, 2, 1,
excessive, and I don't like that. Like, chill.
You wouldn't start out excessive.
They always do.
What do you mean?
If you post like 8 times in one day and they're responding to all 8 things, that's excessive.
Okay, I do agree that is aggressive.
It's like it's not necessary.
Yeah, but like we ask for men that are like attentive. We ask for men that see us.
It's not the same.
So he's not attractive?
It's not the same.
Because I'll tell you right now. So here's the thing.
It's not the same.
I'm going to tell you something before we end this episode. So the guy who, there's a few, but there's one in particular that I'm thinking of in my brain right now. He is constant. It's like, and it's always like weird shorthand language. Like, you are so beautiful, or blah, 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 this, or blah, 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 that. He's going to see this now and be like, whoa, she's not that beautiful. But I'm like cursing myself right now. But it's like, after one, I think like right now, if you were to look at my DMs, it's literally like plus 11 messages.
Yeah, isn't that
on
nuts?
This like thing? Because like one thing after another, it's like, dude, I haven't responded since like 2017.
And there will be a woman that will respond to you. Why not give that attention to someone that wants to receive that attention? To my ex.
I said that to Q all the time.
Yeah,
there are women out there who want that. With that being said, though, I have to say this before we go.
Yep.
Do you want to know what I did the other day?
What?
I haven't told you this. I wish I had my phone so I could show you because we're recording on my phone right now. So the other night I got super baked, like super baked. I got like really good weed. I got super fucking baked. I got high as fuck, you know, just chilling on my couch. I think I'm rewatching Game of Thrones for like the 600th time.
Love it.
Right?
Love it.
This is just so good. I don't know what it is either.
Such
dude.
a good show.
I started from like hardcore, like episode 1. Anyway, so I'm on my couch watching Game of Thrones, and I'm like doom scrolling as I'm doing this, right? And eating my Pirates Booty. Shout out to Pirates Booty. You put me in headlock every time. I'm no longer buying the big bag from Costco. Anyways, I am doom scrolling while I'm doing this, and I come across this like, I feel like the algorithm, the way you do it, like if you spend more than like 2 seconds on a video, it's like, oh, you must like this.
Yep, it does.
Laurel likes this.
Yeah.
So it said Laurel likes watching videos of women who read readings of psychics that they reached on Etsy, and they draw a photo of your future partner, like your soulmate, the person you're going to end up with.
This?
Oh yeah, did I? The drawing is, bro, the drawing is not accurate. The description though, the card, because she does a tarot, right?
Yeah.
And so I kept seeing, right? So this girl so I spent, whatever, listen, doom scrolling through the video. I land on one. I'm like, oh, no, I'm not into it. Land on another one, not into it. Land on another one. I'm like, okay, fine, fuck it. I'll listen to it. And it was this girl, and she tagged the lady. Mm-hmm. And so then as I'm going, like Instagrams and TikTok are showing me like more as I'm like going between the apps. And I saw this lady more than once. So anytime I see anything like more than a couple times, I'm like, okay, I have to check it out.
Yeah.
Dude, I go to her Etsy page. This bitch has like a million kajillion fucking people that she's like done this to.
Yeah.
All of her reviews are crazy. And here's the thing. The people that have done her thing and like done all that bullshit, whatever they have the photo, they were making reels showing their partner they met in real time. So like a lot of the reels that I was watching was like, okay, so I found this bitch on Etsy, blase, blase. This is what she said my partner would look like. And this is what she said in the tarot. And then they held like did a split screen.
And it was,
bro, meeting their partner out. I have goosebumps right now because it's honestly like crazy. It's so
okay, but listen
crazy.
to this.
What?
You did a reading from some woman years ago, and she said you were going to meet your future husband in July, and that shit never happened.
No, instead it ended in July.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So listen, trust me, I was high as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I'm not out here thinking, especially right now, like the state I'm in right now.
Take back control, Laurel.
The state I'm in right now is so like,
I know.
Anyways, listen, the photo is terrible, but the description,
yeah,
I'll post the description.
Yeah, I need to see this.
Yeah, you do. Anyways,
all right.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Here we are. We ended of episode 2.
Yeah, this is good.
So we're doing like a big dump.
Yeah.
We're dumping episode 0, episode 1, episode 2, big dump. And then moving forward, you'll get an episode every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, yep.
Yeah, every Tuesday.
Yep.
No, we can't give you the time.
Busy.
We work jobs, so we can't give like times.
I know.
We'll just post it on Tuesday.
We work jobs.
So make sure you follow us, subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe.
YouTube? Yeah, YouTube. That's right.
If you're watching this, you're on YouTube, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you can't watch, right? I had to ask producer Ty.
Yeah.
So follow, like, subscribe,
yes.
DM us, email us, do all the things.
We want to hear.
We want to hear it.
Yes.
But just whatever you do, don't quote us.
Don't quote us.
Don't quote us.